Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my beautiful mess. In today's video, I really just wanted to sit down at my new vanity and just play with makeup. So I didn't really have a specific look in mind. I just kind of started trying some new products that I received in the mail. I bought some stuff over Thanksgiving and Christmas for some of their sales that they were having. So this is kind of like a first impressions slash talk through of what I'm using and how I'm using it, slash tips and tricks ish. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you would like to see my makeup tips and tricks, then please keep on watching. Alright, so I have already done my brows off camera. I like to do those first before I do any eyeshadow because it kind of creates structure for my face and it gives me like a boundary, kind of like coloring in the lines. It's just easier for me that way. So I also do it because if I were to do my foundation first, I would literally get fallout and eyeshadow all over my face and my under eye, and I just don't want to deal with the process of trying to fix that mistake. So I do my eyeshadow first. For my brows, I used the Covergirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Rich Brown. For eyeshadow primer, I like to use the Too Faced 24 in shadow, the 24-hour Shadow Insurance Primer. So I just put a little dollop on my eyelids and then it kind of let it set in, and then I just go over it with a translucent powder. Anyone will do. Doesn't really matter what you use, but for today's purpose, I'm using the Cote Airspun powder just because this is the powder that I've used the least of because I hate the scent. Like, it's not good, but you gotta use what you have. So I just like to take just a creased fluffy brush and just gently apply it over all of that. And then that helps get rid of your sticky base and it allows for a smoother blend for the eyeshadow that you're about to put on top. The eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use today is actually a new one. It is the, it's the Colourpop Brown Sugar palette, and this is brand new to me. I'm going to go in with the shade Jamocha, which is this one right here. It's a pretty transition color. I'm just gonna load up my brush with that and then just start sweeping that into the crease. And then what I like to do, you can go back in with your translucent powder, but this has a light shade right here. So I'm just gonna go in with the shade Chai and go over those edges of the first shade that we put down and just blend that out. But see the difference? This one is like blended up towards the brow more, and this one is more of just like harsh color. I'm gonna go in with a brush. It looks like this. It's a slim, more like skinny crease brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade, I think, yeah, let's do Amber. So this one right here. I just like the orangey vibe that it's giving. And I'm just gonna put that in my crease. And then go back in with your initial crease brush and just blend the edges out. I'm gonna go in with the shade Chalk, like chocolate, and this is a very warm toned brown. I'm just gonna apply that to the outer edge. I'm just gonna add a shimmer color. I really like the shade Ginger, which is this like pretty metallic gold shade. So I'm gonna use that. Normally I'd use a brush, but I'm gonna go with my finger today because I feel like that gets the best. Oh yeah, that gives me the best color payoff. That's pretty. These shadows are blending really, really well, by the way. I really like this palette so far. And I'm just gonna blend that out in the crease with my crease brush, and then I kind of lost a little bit of that deep color, so I'm just gonna go back in to that and just deepen it up and lightly blend over where they meet so it's not so harsh. I'm gonna go in and highlight my brow bone, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up using this highlighter on my face, but this is just the Horse and Carriage highlighter from Colourpop. This is so pretty. And then I'm just gonna go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, now it's time to move on to face. So to prime, I'm gonna use a couple different primers because my skin, even though the winter isn't super harsh here, it's still dry. And I suffer from dry skin, especially around my nose. I don't know what it is, but I just get like little flakes. Even with moisturizer, skincare, exfoliating, and that's just my problem area in the winter. So I'm gonna do a couple primers that just give me a little bit more extra hydration. Because the foundation I use is a little bit more on the matte side, so I don't want it to cling to anything. So I'm going to use the coconut water from Wet n Wild and just do a couple sprays of this. That smells really good. Just let that sink in. And then I'm going to try the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid primer. This is supposed to be hydrating. Just use one pump of this. It's kind of pretty. Just be careful not to mess up the brows. While that is absorbing into my skin, I'm also going to put something on for my pores because I do have pretty large pores right here. Doesn't matter how many Biore face strips I use, they just don't want to come out. So this is my favorite primer for doing that. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I just use the tiniest amount. Like, that's all you need. A little goes a very long way. And then some for my nose. I'll just press that in. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Naked Skin from Urban Decay. It looks like this. This has been my ride or die, like, all-time favorite foundation. And I'm in the shade 20NN. This is like a makeshift beauty blender. It's not the real deal, but you know what? I got a pack of 5 off of Amazon for $8, so I feel like you can't beat that. And then I just like to put even dots around my skin and then just go ahead and blend it in. It's like the perfect match for me. I love medium coverage. I do have some redness, so I like medium coverage because it covers that up pretty well for me. But I don't like a full coverage because I do have freckles and I do like for them to shine through my foundation. I don't like them being fully covered up. You know, they're angel kisses and they're a trend now. So shout out to those of you who grew up with freckles and got teased and bullied for having cute little dots on your face, and now look at everybody. They literally draw them on their skin and try to replicate them because now they're deemed beautiful, and I have them naturally. It only took me 27 years to love them, but you know what? Here we are. They're cute, they're unique, and I like to show them. So I'm going to be going in with the Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer, and I use 2 shades because the one shade is way too light for me. It's in the shade Snow, like Snow White. And the other shade is Cream or Creme. I don't know. So I mix these. I put Snow down first, right here. And then I put Snow down the center of my nose. And then go in with Creme on top. And just go over that a little bit. I don't like to do any on my chin, really. Although I will go in with the darker shade and cover up this blemish that's forming. Just to get rid of the redness. And then just go ahead and blend it out with your sponge. That is all blended out. I'm gonna go in with some powder to set that. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fair. And I just take whatever's in the cap and put it on my sponge, but then I like to put the excess product on the back of my hand because I don't want my under eyes drying out or looking too dry. Sometimes you can get like crepey eyes, you know what I mean? I'm not going for that look. I already have dry skin, so I'm not trying to make it more noticeable. This is actually a blush brush, but I use it for powders. I'll go in with some more on the cap. Really dust it off. And then I'll just go over the rest of my face and set everything. My face is set. Now I'll go in with bronzer, all my powders. I'm going to go in with the Colourpop coconut, what's it called? Coconut Beach bronzer. And I'm just using a big fluffy bronzer brush. And I'm just warming up the outsides of my face, making my forehead appear smaller by bronzing the top and then putting some color back in my nose. And then just putting some down my neck. I know I look a little crazy right now, I promise. It's only, oh, there it goes. I'm just gonna take it out. I don't know why I thought these were good earrings for makeup. I know I look a little crazy right now. This obviously looks super bright, but we are going to make it all come together. And then I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced. I actually found this at TJ Maxx. It was a steal. It's the Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer, but I use it as a contour color because it's very cool toned. So I just swirl my fluffy brush in there. And just chisel out the cheeks. And then I just take a gel fiber brush and I just blend that together. So you don't want any harshness. And you can also take your sponge if you find like it's too messy or muddy looking, and you can just go back in with some of that loose powder and carve it out. I'm gonna go in with blush. So, sorry this is like a full face of Colourpop makeup, but I just got an order in a couple weeks ago and I've been wanting to use this stuff, and also it's really good quality and very affordable, so I recommend. This is the Peach Pressed Powder Cheek in the shade Frisky Business. And I like to go in with my Luxie blush brush. It looks like this. I find that coral is like, any peach or coral color is perfect for my fair skin. And I think it should match this eye makeup pretty well. So I do a little smile like that. And I put it on the apples of my cheek and then I bring it up and back. And then I like to put it over the bridge of my nose too, because I just like the soft, cute appearance that it gives. And when I do that, it also gets rid of like the harsh brightness of my under eye, because it's just adding a little bit more color back in. And then I'll go back in with my dual fiber brush and just blend that together with the bronzer. And I like to do this step because you don't want your face and your cheeks looking like a banana split. You don't want like highlight, strawberry ice cream, chocolate ice cream. Like, you want it to all be one seamless blend. And then last thing for my face products is going to be highlighter. So, do I want to go super intense? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I'm going to end up using this on my face. I think I'm going to go a little lighter. Actually, I'll mix the two. So, my favorite highlighter is the Mary Lou Manizer from the Balm. This I used on my wedding day because it's just the perfect glow from within. It's not too intense. You can build it up if you want, or you can leave it subtle. It's just really pretty, and it looks really good on fair skin tones. It also doesn't accentuate any pores or texture, which I like. And then I just do it down the nose, on the tip of the nose, and then on my Cupid's bow. And I don't like to put any highlighter on my chin because I don't like looking like I just ate a greasy cheeseburger from Five Guys. So I leave that out. And then, like, it looks really good right now, but if I want to amp it up just a little bit, I'm going to take just the tiniest amount of this one because this one is very intense. So literally just swirl my brush, tap most of it off, and then accentuate that right on the tips of my cheekbone. Right on the tops of my cheekbones. Not bringing it all the way down because this will accentuate texture and it will bring back my pores that I desperately so try hard to cover. But it's just a really pretty glow. Look at that. We're gonna go back in and finish up the eyes, and I'm going to use this flat definer brush from Luxie. I'm gonna go in with that chalk shade, the darkest one that we used, and I'm going to stamp that along my lower lash line. Not fully taking it to the inner corner, but about 3/4 of the way, just like that. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. This one is also Luxie. I got this in my BoxyCharm. This is the mini round 141. I don't even know if it's available. And then I'm gonna go in with this Jamocha shade and just smudge that along the lower lash line. To blend it out even further, I'll go in with Chai, which is the lightest shade. I'll just blend that down. I'm just gonna go in with a nude liner, and this one is from, oh my gosh, it's so old. Oh, this is the Essence liner. Everything's rubbed off on it, so I don't know, it was a couple bucks, but it's just a nude color. Put that in my waterline. If I was feeling sultry, I would put black. And then before I add bottom lash mascara, I like to go ahead and spray my face with setting spray. So I'm using the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray. I know that might seem like a lot, but I just want to make sure it gets rid of that powdery finish if I have any. And then while I let that dry, I'm gonna go in with some lipstick. If I could find one perfect lipstick that would match my lip color, my natural lip color perfectly, it would be this one. And this is the Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy in the shade Pinkberry. I don't even think they sell this anymore, but like it's literally perfect. Is that not perfect? Mascara. Where'd I put it? Seriously. Oh, it's right here. Duh. I'm just gonna use the same exact one, the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Lower lash mascara is done. Take your hair down. You just kind of take a step back, look and make sure that it's how you want it to look. See if there's any finishing touches that you could put. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I like how it turned out. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on my vlogs and my makeup videos and just whatever else me and my husband come up with that sound really fun and entertaining and interesting. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.